Satellite Media. We are live on Satellite Media. Mr. Arafumeshi, I want to quickly take you to the cruise of the matter because in Nigeria currently we are seeing different developments. But what we are looking at this morning has to do with Ekpa, the Biafran, the Finland-based Biafra agitator, officially denouncing his Nigerian citizenship and announcing his return of medal, athletic medal he won for Nigeria back to Nigerian government.
That's very good.
How does it come to you?
Oh man, I'm I'm highly delighted. I'm highly, excited. You can see me. I'm over frenzied by that statement. Simon Ekpa returning his, denouncing his Nigerian citizenship, is as well as at least relinquishing, returning everything that belongs to Nigeria in his possession. And you can see that the gold medal he won that, earned him Finland citizenship, that scholarship into the Finland nation. Is about to return it. I think that's a real.
So you have returned it.
He has returned
He
it.
has now returned, and
wonderful.
he mentioned the name of Nigerian government official that received it. Yeah. Perhaps when maybe the Korean company that sent it. Yeah, but don't you think this may have implication against him?
No. Which implication? What do you mean? He's a Biafran. Nothing concerning Ekpa. I reject it in Jesus' name. Which implication? I said I know marry again. Let's say if is a marriage. Which implication is going to have on me? That I've served somebody that is my wife and she misbehaved. I serve him what? Certificate of divorce. Maybe on the basis of unchastity. I don't know what I understand. Or faithfulness. What implication again? This is a man. Samanaba is no longer a stripling. Is over 25. Is over 30. So what implication are you talking about? A man is entitled to his what? Destiny. Whatever you cost in your life, you're entitled to it. When you cause tragedy in your life, you become a man that has turned against his personal God, that is guardian angel, and you become a tragedy of your own destiny. But this is a prime minister of Biafra in exile. This man is a Biafran, an Igbo man. No Igbo man is a Nigerian. Any Igbo man that says that Nigeria, I'm a Nigerian, we are one. You are a Mugu. The person is a Mugu.
Well, let us get something clear.
I'm an Igbo man, okay?
Mr. Arafumechi.
Ekpa is right.
Let us get something right here. Understand that we have 3 geopolitical zones in Nigeria.
Yes.
The south is the south. Sorry. Yes, 3 geopolitical zones. But we have 3 major ethnic groups.
Yeah.
The Igbo, the Yoruba, and the Hausas.
Yes.
I understand that the Biafrans or the Igbos are agitating for the sovereign state of Biafra. But that does not mean that currently they are no longer Nigerians.
Yeah, you are right. You are right, because the reason why you are right is that you don't know how the war was raged in 1967. Of course, you were not born then. You did not know that the war after raging so fiercely from 67 to 70, that after the same war stopped in 1970, another war started, the war of the mind, because of the Biafra ideology, which is an idea in the mind of every Igbo man. We began to see another war from 1970 till now, 54-year-old war is raging. That war we are fighting now is deadlier than the war that raged between Nigeria and Biafra for 36 months. Are you listening to me? And again, see, this is where you made mistake in this your presentation. Ask me how. You are talking about we are having 3 ethnic groups, and you still talk about geopolitical zone, which is south, southwest, and this. Okay? We have north and southern Nigeria. And the southern Nigeria, and within southern Nigeria, we have west. I listen to me. That's the only joke, the zone that we have. Before amalgamation, Yoruba is the west. Westerners we have here. Igbos are the east central, from mid-belt, Delta State, Port Harcourt, Bayelsa. Are you listening to me? Some part of the former Bende State, we are all southerners, easterners. They pieces the whole Igbo region using political bigotry to divide us, to scatter the Igbos. Are you telling me south? Who is south? There was no south. So we were them. Dokubo them. All this weekend, are they south? Which south? They are Igbo people. They are East Central State.
That is when we had the 3.
Okay, Fulani use this thing. this south, southwest, southeast to divide us. The whole coastal line of Biafra stopped here in Lagos. Okay, do you know that the former Bende states, 75% are Igbos? Good. From Kogi, where you have a gala, Idoma, down to Enugu, Ebonyi, Anambra, Imo, Abia. We are all Igbos, and we are all East Central states. The former East Central states governed by M.I. Okpara and Ojukwu. We are East. Now, after that war, they began the war of seizing missionary schools. Why? Because those missionary schools, the owners are Scotland, Ireland, Austria, then Finland, all of them. Do you understand? They contributed on feeding Biafran children during the war. Federal government now under Nigeria, under Gowon, no, not even during Gowon regime. They grew annoyed. Obasanjo them, Murtala Mohammed, and seized the whole missionary schools. The school I went in Nando was a missionary school and is under England. And you know that any school, Anglican school, sponsored school, or Anglican school, Anglican owned school, they are the best anywhere in Africa. They seize all this missionary school, rebuild it, give it to federal government of Nigeria to control. And today you can see how education started flopping in Nigeria.
Okay, now,
wait. What I'm trying to say is this. I know that we are still within this contraption on gunpoint, under duress. We are in this contraption called Nigeria under duress. But today, Simon Ekpa is free. He went there based on scholarship because of his performance as a sportsman. He did well. They sent him on scholarship to Finland. Today he has relinquished it. He has dropped the gold. To hell with their gold. What are you telling me that I'm with Nigeria? I'm a Nigerian. Obi won election, they did not give us.
Okay, now let's look at.
Is fighting for his own tribe, and the Igbo tribe was left. You are telling me that we are part of Igbo. Simon Ekpa has left Nigeria, and it's good as he released the gold he won for Nigeria. See, if you could ask me, we should go and exhume the dead body of the first gold medalist in Nigeria. His name is Emmanuel Ifajuna. So that he will return that gold to Nigeria. After all, it's the same Nigerian issue that killed Emmanuel Ifajuna.
Okay, now let's look at where
they don't like Igbos. We are not one. What are we saying?
Let us look at
Emmanuel
where
has tried. He has done well. He has done well.
Let's just look at where we may have gotten it wrong as a country, because we understand that after the war,
okay,
there was issue of.
Sorry, Mr. Anchor. Yeah, you know that we've gotten it wrong, Abi.
Why?
No, you know that many things are wrong.
I know. Even 2 days ago, the APC national chairman, I'm talking about Ganduje, said they want to demarginalize the Igbos.
Yes.
Meaning they want to give them their rightful place in Nigeria.
No, make it not demarginalize Igbo. Make Ganduje, make them marginalize Igbo, they go. Which kind I beg make with the marginalized Igbo? Ganduje know that Igbos were being marginalized all this while. He remains silent. Now that Biafra want to go. Okay, Biafra want to go. Make una wait for Trump. Let me open this Google envelope of secrets and read it to you. If Trump comes, Biafra goes. Okay, he's a man of the truth.
The area I want us to go now is where we may have gotten it wrong, because we understand that after the war, there was issue of reintegration, reconstruction, and maybe 3R anyway.
Yes.
But you look as if the government under the then military government of Gowon did not do all that. Could that be the reason this agitation for sovereign state of Biafra refused to go?
Okay, thank you so much. If you go to history too well and you should mirror Gowon's regime, if you mirror it too well, you will find out that it's short-lived. It did not stay long. Gowon was overthrown. Had even Gowon was not overthrown, he would have done what he promised Nigerians. At least Murtala Mohammed abruptly interrupted Gowon regime when he was studying, I think, in London. He was overthrown.
So that's why he had good intention.
Yes, he had good intention. Murtala Mohammed, he interrupted Gowon's regime. That's why all those agenda that Gowon came out with after the war, Gowon could not fulfill it. Okay, let me tell you, I'm very, very happy because I didn't hear that Simon Ekpa has returned to Finland. As a real Finland, he has returned his gold. He has now claimed a Finland citizenship as it was given to him. That he has denounced Nigerian citizenship. That's a good move. We must start from somewhere.
Okay,
I
now
don't know
let
what I
us
understand.
look at.
I'm happy about it.
Let us look at those things that they could not do. You mentioned how Gowon's government was interrupted.
Yeah.
If the government of the day or Nigeria of today decide to address those things, do you think it can down tension and everybody can decide to be together in one entity called Nigeria?
Matu, my brother, I'm not seeing Nigeria that will repent. Nigeria government is an unrepentant government. They are as stubborn as he goats. Wherever they are getting things wrong, they keep on doing it, getting it wrong, to everybody's, concerned detriment. It doesn't concern them. Are they going to reconcile with Igbos, renovate, reconstruct, and reintegrate Igbos into the system? Why not democratically do it? Must it be we are going to do this after 54 years? The war ended 54 years ago. No reconciliation, no reconstruction, no reintegration. And you are telling me that this age, this time, that Tinubu has shown the whole Africa what Nigeria is, the whole world what Nigeria is. You are eyeing that side. Oga, it is too late. What has happened has happened. We've now begun to see a Nigerian that must, M-U-S-T, be broken away. Igbos. Yeah, Nigeria, if we do like, we have gone.
Okay, let me ask this question.
Going, gone.
Let me ask this question.
Biafra going, gone.
Are you saying if a table is provided, when I mean a table for
dialogue,
negotiation, for conversation, for dialogue, are you saying
it's not gonna work.
the Igbos will not come to that table for negotiation?
Anybody that is accepting it on his own. Because I don't see the reason why they will accept it when our ports, all our seaports in the Biafra coastal line are not working. I cite example, Akwibom, deep seaport, Cross River, Calabar deep seaport, One, Warri. What is going on there? We are coming from how many miles? Every miles, far away, like from heaven, from east, miles that is as long as from here to heaven to clear our goods here. And we have many seaports at on our doorstep. We've not done that. We've not constructed. Sometimes after constructing it, federal government will seize it and say it will be not, operational. Look at Mweri Cargo Airport. Has it started working? That is extra over marginalization. Obiano sank billions of dollars at Mweri Airport. Construction of that airport. Is it working? Everything is too, clarified, too plain, too outstanding that Nigeria doesn't want to allow Igbo man. So that's why there's no amount of dialogue that can bring this kind of reconstruction, reconciliation, reintegration that everybody is hammering for. See, let me tell you, the deal has been done. Nothing everybody can do about it. We are tired. We are tired. Nigeria is done. They should go. We are gone.
Okay, the conversation, don't you think all these areas you are itemizing in terms of marginalization will be part of what the Igbos will bring to the table?
Yeah, if they bring it to the table, listen, Matthew, you see what is going on now, We are the youth in the southeast. We are the future of Biafra. The people you are talking about that will bring all these points I incited, are the old men. I don't want to understand. The Ohanezes. The Ohanezes, were they not there in the past when all these anomalies were going on, and they could not bring all concerned to the table to discuss the destiny, of Biafra people or land. This time around, it is too late, because the kind of youth you have now, they are seeing far. They are not short-sighted youth. I don't know what to understand. They have seen the advancement into technology in the modern world we are. So that staying with Nigeria is like going backward to 150 years back. So what I'm trying to say is that the deal has been done. Nothing. You have many Igbos everywhere all over the world. The reason why I'm laughing at Nigeria politicians that are saying, some are saying, instead the Igbo will go. Look at the statement by that Arewa boy. No man born of woman will do this. There's another man that said his own the other day in the north. And when I studied these people, I found out that these people are visitors in the north. They are not even the original indigenes of the north. They are visitors from Senegal, visitors from Mali, visitors from Burkina Faso. So I just laugh, because Igbo man, you cannot subjugate Igbo man to that kind of level they are thinking. We are insubjugatable. We are impregnable. Nobody can ever do us that kind of thing and get scot-free. because Igbo man is the most resilient man on the continent of Africa. I don't want to boast of the world at large. But what I'm trying to say is that the needful they should have done, they didn't do it. This time around, it's too late. There's no how Igbo man will not announce himself on this continent. And let me tell you, that announcement is the springing out up of the Prince of Africa. The Prince of Africa I'm talking about is Biafra land.
Okay, now, let's all look at the conversation around the release of Nnamdi Kanu. You remember that senators from the southeastern part of the country visited the Attorney General of the Federation. About 50 House of Rep members have written to the president. We are seeing calls from so many quarters. The governors may be meeting with the president anytime to push for his release. Don't you think these are part of conversation, negotiation
that can lead to reconciliation?
That may lead to reconciliation.
Where I'm seeing it is that there are people that are making things more difficult for this country called Nigeria. We are meeting Attorney General. Who is the Attorney General? Have you profiled him? We are meeting with the president. Who is the president in question? Have you profiled the president? Have you not seen the recent time that our president has not been at least thoroughly profiled for us to know whom he is, his even identity? So that's why any dialogue with Nigeria, I don't look at that side, because I know that it must collapse. Then Nnamdi Kanu, legally, he must come out. He is out already, legally. So holding Nnamdi Kanu is just as a result of someone expressing himself aggressively. Nigeria is much, much aggrieved over Igbo man's progress and advancement, even though that we are not included in anything in Nigeria, but still Igbo man is moving forward. So that's why they are aggrieved. If you listen to the Arewas talking, you know that the Fulanis, that is the masters of the Arewas there, they are over what? Aggressive and what? Aggrieved. I don't know what I understand. So what I'm trying to say is this. No amount of dialogue will stop the Prince of Biafra from coming up. And we are not afraid of telling the whole world that the Prince of Africa is springing up, and that Prince of Africa is Biafra. We have not offended anybody. We have not offended any government. We are doing our agitation peacefully. Though many of us, many of the Igbos, they lost their life. You want to tell me now that after reconciling with Nigeria, we will remain with Fulani that don't want to learn ABCD. All they learn is carrying cow, rearing cow from place to place, entering mosque, coming out, turning their back at Western education. Yet they use phone. Turning their back at Western education. Yet they put on clothes. We don't stay with archaic people. Archaism is what Igbo man always turns his back on. We don't stay with archaic people. See, Biafra, we are done. See, my when it is done, as you are cooking my is done. If you leave it there, to spoil. So we don't want any spoil. We don't want war. We don't want any escalation. Bring this boy out, this man out, Nnamdi Kanu. Let everybody know what to do now. The issue now is that court has released him. Bring him out. We are not fools. Court did not even release Igboho. Immediately Tinubu take over from Buhari, Igboho came out.
No, Igboho was not trying to court in the first place.
Okay, was not trying to in court. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu that was abducted by kidnappers. Why are the kidnappers still holding him captives? Don't you know that is a criminal act, criminality?
No,
so
actually,
the forcefully from where he's staying, brought him home, at least on the way going. If you pass any checkpoints or manned by police or soldier, they will ask you, this person you bound with chain, what did he do? That is an act of criminality. So somebody that is captured by his abductors, now the whole world has seen him, discover where he is. Release him. America says release him. United Nations says release him. You are still holding him. Okay, act of criminality can never be obtainable or admissible everywhere in the world. There are places where advancement in technology, advancement in modern machinery, which is government, is going on. You can't commit an act of criminality in those countries and get scot-free. Okay, I've been saying it that this is why I don't so much, I'm not interested in anybody that is saying we are going to dialogue with Igbo. We are going to make sure we discuss so that Nnamdi Kanu will come. In this government, that is an illegitimate government. When I know they hear English, I said I'm not happy because, of course, I know the real person that won the election was Obi, Peter Greg Obi, and somebody mounted on his, and they got on his mandate, and Nigerians are suffering. It don't clear for my eyes 1-1.
But Mr. Rafubechi, you agree with me that whatever happens globally, locally, it ends on the round table.
It ends on the round table, but what has spoiled has spoiled. May I just express myself here? My grievances should be made known to the whole world. My brother, Anna that died during the war, are you bringing him back? Okechukwu Atuanya that died, the most beautiful, the most handsome, man in my community. They molded him that died during the war. Are you bringing him back? Ikonso that died while trying to protect his land, the land of Igbo, Biafra, in Imo State of recent. Is he coming back? That small boy, actually, that Nigerian blood from soldiers divide the boy, 8-month-old boy, into two. Is he coming back? Obron Nemulia, no be mother that born him. Okay, I know that there will be down table talk, but I'm not that kind of person. Yeah?
You agree with me that even Russia and Ukraine,
Finland,
Russia and Ukraine crisis,
certainly
it will come to round table.
Yes.
You agree with that Israel and Hamas crisis, one day it will come to round table.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, whatever happens, whatever escalation any crisis have gone to, will it not come to round table one day?
Oh, it will come to round table one day, but let me give you one point. Can you listen to me? Reconciliation must come actually if God says so. But what about payment? Buhari believed he will use that to deceive the Igbos that are going to compensate Igbos. What about that compensation? Have they done it? They must compensate the Igbos. Let them compensate us. Let us know how we go do it. Because after compensation, I prefer this solution. Why? How? Confederation. Let everybody get his own region, which is coming now. Yeah? Let a central government be. But you must pay the Igbos. You must compensate Igbos. All those projects that are supposed to be localized or located or situated in the southeastern Nigeria, take it to the southeast. That is when you can calm the spirit of the dead. Because all those dead, everybody lost, each family lost 2, 3 in Igbo land. We are not Mugu. We don't want wasting of blood. We are not Fulani people. We are Igbos.
Thank you very much.
Whatever happened, I'm happy that Simon Ekpa has returned that gold to Nigeria. Nothing concerns us with Nigeria until they pay us what they destroyed in Igbo land. That is when we can know how to start, where to start.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mr. Lawrence, you are welcome to this program. This is Satellite Media. We are live. We are looking at what is happening in Nigeria. Simon Ekpa returned the gold medal he won for Nigeria during his days of doing athletic to Nigerian government. We are asking, will he not have implication on Simon Ekpa?
It don't have any implication for Simon Ekpa. That gold you are seeing is a personal property. It's something that the man will show in children and grandchildren in future. You know that Simon Ekpa have son now and have children. They will see this as example. What is the father achieve when he's in the Nigeria government, in the Nigeria, and when he's one of sportsman in Nigeria. What the man did is what he's supposed to do. You know why? Because of that, already rejected anything about Nigeria. They achieved that thing for Nigeria purpose. Now Nigeria give her the gold, the gold or the pedal. Now he return it back. Exactly what is Nnamdi Kanu did to reject Nigeria international passport. Are you getting me? The Simon Ekpa is not in Nigeria again. Whatever belongs to Nigeria, he return it back. The last he returned is this he returned yesterday by GLL.
You follow it up.
Yeah, DLL, there are people when he send it in to come to Nigeria. This man in is it our man that received the thing? Are you getting me? Simon Ekpa not have any implications there. It's not, you didn't win it for Biafra. You win it for Nigeria and carry what belongs for Nigeria to give Nigeria. You don't have Nigeria passport. You don't have anything skeleton about Nigeria.
But is it not in Finland currently as a Nigerian citizen? Because as it stands, Biafra is not yet a sovereign state globally recognized in the Committee of Nations. So right now in Finland, is he not bearing Nigerian passport?
In that Finland now, any country you went to and stay more than 10 years, and you can understand their rule and regulation, the country, you can claim that country and change your identity. Go to Nigeria here, London. The people that play final for their country league, there's a Nigeria guy in there. Are you getting me? The guy in London, he can't play in Nigeria because he don't stay in Nigeria. He don't have anything belong to Nigeria. All of us now, anywhere you can stay and know the rule and regulation of the nation or the country. You are a citizen of that place and you can claim the land. You can tell them, okay, look at in the Bible, Abraham. What is Abraham telling you children? Are you getting me? He based somewhere, he claimed the land. All the whole land belong for everybody. He can then say, this place, this is where I belong. I can reach tomorrow. Now I said that my international passport, I don't want it. I need Togo international passport. I go there, they give me all their requirements. If I can meet their requirements, I will do as international passport. I can claim a Togolese. I can claim Ghana. I can claim any tribe. As far as I know that Nigeria is not safe again. In Nigeria here, ordinary Ogun State here, some Ogun State people now claim Cotonou because what is going on in Nigeria. Talk less of person is a freedom fighter. You know what he's fighting for. Are you getting me? And after what he's fighting for, the Nigeria government, he did not want to release what is belong to these people. If Nigeria release Nnamdi Kanu and give Biafra what the Biafra need, I don't think Samanekwa will return that thing. Because this is what Samanekwa will use and show in grandchildren in future. When all of us in Nigeria, this is what is achieved in Nigeria. It's a personal property.
Okay, now let me ask you the question I have, Mr. Arafumbechi. Suppose Nigeria provide a round table for discussion, for conversation, for negotiation. Because we all agree that there are injustices meted against the Igbos. So that they want to address those injustices. Do you think the Igbos will embrace Nigeria?
Let me tell one thing. When Mbochi is saying that him autonomy, I disagree with him words. You know why? See, something will start from before. May reach to the extent, to the ending of the journey. Somebody come from nowhere and say, okay, let me compensate you and so place. What you lost in many years, these people can compensate you. If Nigeria can raise the 3 million children Biafra then kill, and the people that still killing to today, if Nigeria can raise those people and come outside, we can sit and round table. Let's forget about Biafra issue. Oh yeah, settle those people. We know that those our people are like my family. When I come for at least more than 8 people die in the Biafra war. Did the Nigeria can raise these 8 people in their family one by one, 2 or 3 and 1? Some lose their properties. Did the Nigeria will return those properties?
Okay, now, Mr. Lawrence, let me ask you. You are aware that there is an issue involving Nnamdi Kanu where Igbo leaders, politicians, traditional rulers are trying to negotiate his release. Though some people have said they should not negotiate for his release, but should Nnamdi Kanu accept some conditions as revealed by Senator Eina Abaribe? What will be your reaction?
You do know I love Nnamdi Kanu. I still take Nnamdi Kanu as my leader. 1,000 years coming. He's a man in integrity, a man of his words. He's not a man who can push anyhow to say something he don't want to say. What the man told us that it's only the Biafra who disappoint him. He himself cannot disappoint Biafra. He told Nigerians, I'm a dead man. Do you know what mean dead man? Already
A lifeless person
a
is a dead man.
lifeless person. I don't need anything. Are you getting me? The man we believe it's very difficult to somebody to come out and deceive millions of Igbos. Are you getting me?
Are you ready to talk to us?
Are you getting me? It's very difficult to somebody to deceive Igbo in the family home, family house. If somebody is saying so, you see one small boy from nowhere will tell brother what you are saying is a lie. Talkless or Nnamdi Kanu to make the whole Igbo to follow him. They knew that this man is a genuine man. Nothing can change what this young man said, and we always follow him to the last. See, the man who achieve the trophy, me always call Biafra a trophy. It's a special thing more than gold. Are you getting me? Nnamdi Kanu will achieve it and nothing will happen. Whether Ohaneze Ndị Igbo or the governors or whatever, if they like, make them go and say release Martin Nnamdi, and then if they like, make them not say. Listen, Nnamdi Kanu must release and Biafra must achieve.
I must say a very thank you, Mr. Lawrence. Thank you for your time. We hope to have you next time. Mr. Riwan, let us have the spokesman of Labour Party, Abiobi, in this vicinity. Mr. Riwan, you are welcome to Satellite Live.
Thanks.
The area I'm taking you to is has to do with local government autonomy. Because we are seeing something from Punch here. I say local government autonomy. 13 states rush to hold council posts. The reason may not be far-fetched.
Yes.
Because the judgment of the court say if you put in critical committee, you are not going to get federal allocation.
Yes.
It's like democracy being deepened in Nigeria.
See, for the first time, I've lost my confidence in the Supreme Court after I saw the judgment of the presidential election. With every fact that our leader Peter Obi brought to the table, PDP, Atiku Abubakar brought to the table, they threw everything away, and we saw how they did. And I said maybe there's no hope for this local government autonomy. It means again, that means there's a ray of hope for
So the hope is being rekindled.
At least yes, at least you can say maybe 5%, 10%. Understand? Because until the local government works, the people of Nigeria, I mean at the grassroots, they will never enjoy the dividends of democracy. The local government is the nearest to the people in every facet of the society. Like I said, if you do a voice pop now and ask people who is the local government chairman, 90% of people they don't know the local government chairman. Now, I cannot blame them. I've been saying it because they are not feeling the effect of local government chairman. Ordinarily, they should be elected, but they have been appointed
by the governors.
Yes, well, I said every day. I said in any state of Nigeria, if, for example, a human being from opposition party comes and a goat an animal, a goat comes from the ruling party, the goat will win the normal human being from the opposition party, because we know what we know. The ruling party must always win the local council election because of the independence of the rec. They go under the state. And again, the money that's now been accrued to the local government, we know what we know. We know how the state governors give them some amount of money and they send some amount of money. They cannot perform. I give an example. I said ordinarily, if ordinarily there are some roles that you see a governor come to commission, I've been constantly saying that ordinarily in a working society, those roles should be commissioned by not even the local government, a councillor. But then you see the local government come to commission some role and be like, this is embarrassing. That's what I'm saying. So I'm very, very happy now with these things. Let them function, let them hold them accountable. I've been saying that I cannot hold them local government accountable as at now because I know what I know. Some may not know. But for now, if the money comes to them directly, then Oga, this road you're not doing this. This primary healthcare you're not doing this. These are markets. I mean the community market, you're not doing this. But that's their job, the primary healthcare, the primary schools, and the roads in the locality. But for the fact that governors have to come and governor, it's so embarrassing. Governor comes to commission some road and you're like, governor, this how many kilometer road? Ordinarily is the use of local government. So I'm very happy with the judgment, and And like you read to me now, the headline, all of them are now rushing because there's implication.
Because they know the money will be withheld.
Very good. They're now rushing. That means, you see, that's why I said our politicians are the most wicked politicians all over the world. And it has shown what I've been saying.
Okay.
So that means that they knew the right thing. They knew that the people need these roads. They knew that that the road should be fixed. But then you are not fixing the road. What are you doing? You are now you are now withholding the funds. Now, court judgment, all of it, 13 states. Good morning to the 13 state governors.
Okay, now let us shift our attention to another area. This time around, the same punch is saying Navy arrest 8 stowaway, rescue 8 traffic victims.
Oh, no,
We understand that the economy is biting hard. Though, Mr. Riwan, you agree with me that Nigerians leaving Nigeria massively didn't start with this administration.
No.
But generally speaking, what can we do as a country to discourage our citizens, particularly losing our eggheads to other areas or other part of the world?
The rule of law, simple. That's the one word I'm using here. Why am I using it? Peter Obi said, that's my leader, everybody knows. Peter Obi said that the rule of law is the greatest asset of any nation. Now, Peter Obi said this. The British Prime Minister, former one, is it called the Brown? He said that what makes Britain today is the rule of law. And I posted, I said, can you see that what Peter Obi said, I've been validated by this British Prime Minister. If there's a rule of law that makes a governor, for example, not being able to send the children abroad to go to school, that makes any politician not being able to treat themselves abroad, that whenever they are sick, they should be treated in Nigeria. My brothers and sisters, everyone listen to me. Nigeria will be close to Dubai in terms of development, because you cannot go outside to treat your people. But the situation whereby headache, UK, ear problem, America, back problem, Dubai, that's how it will be. The situation whereby they can send their children abroad to go to school, and you are wondering why there's always ASU strike, always impending ASU strike. You are wondering why your schools are not being rated anywhere all over the world. Why are you wondering? But they that are your leaders, they cannot feel what you are feeling. You understand? Their children are abroad, they are enjoying. You are not enjoying. You are facing ordinarily what how do I put it? You are facing their own ineptitude. You are facing wickedness in high places, because they are not facing what you are facing. They are enjoying their children abroad. But if the rule of law, only the rule of law alone, my brother, look at what they call budget padding. Look at the money that's being inserted into your budget every year. That money alone. Look at the amount of embezzlement of funds in Nigeria. A governor 80 billion, a minister, former. Look at this money. I said, another British Prime Minister said that if the money that been stolen in Nigeria have been stolen in the UK will cease to exist. The man said it. And again, if one British Prime Minister, that means ordinarily the money that goes out of this country without the rule of law, without people being above the law. Now we saw EFCC said anywhere you are, the law will catch up with you. But why has the law not been able to catch up with politicians?
So, let me remind you something, Mr. Ariwan. So many people have been asking questions about Yahya Bello, because the EFCC chairman, though we understand that in Nigeria legal jurisprudence, one is innocent or the proof otherwise by a court of competent jurisdiction. To that extent, we are not condemning Yahya Bello.
Yes.
But I think the chairman of EFCC was quoted to have said that he will resign if he cannot arrest Yahya Bello.
Okay.
And people are still asking, what is happening? Is Yahya Bello out of the country, or is he within the country?
We saw one intel. The intel said that Interpol, if it's seen in Niger, in some African or Benin, that it should be repatriated. I'm asking a question. You see the most funny thing that happened in Nigeria was in that Yahya Bello case. Listen to me. Yahya Bello was being obviously he has police security people around him. Now, EFCC want to go and arrest him. He was protected by security people, right? Now, the police commissioner has now said, Inspector General of Police said, yes, that the police that are guarding Yahya Bello, that they should leave him and come to Abuja. And I'm like,
but was it not possible to order
him? He said, Oh guys, you are leaving, live with this one and bring him. That's when I knew that, and I said it openly. That my opinion is that nothing will happen to Yabelo. That Yabelo will be will be set free. That Yabelo will be set free, and 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 nothing will happen to Yabelo. I said it openly. You understand? And I'm happy that Nigerians have seen it. But I like to make bold prediction. When I told people, I said after 2 years, if the will become president after 2 years, all of you will regret. I told people again 2015 that if Buhari become president, Nigeria will go 30 years backward. And I thank God we have seen. I'm speaking about Yabelo. I spoke about it last month. I'm saying it again here on this platform. 2027, Yabelo will come out as senator, and he will win the election because they will say it is their turn. See, Pastor, we know what you know in Nigeria. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. We know that some people seem, quote unquote, seem to be above the law. Not people like me and you. If I hear something now, they say they will find me, they will arrest me.
Okay.
If I hear something that's above that's against something, they will track me, they will arrest me. But some people cannot be arrested, in quote. And that's what I mean. So,
Okay.
so if you want to go for as a nation, everybody should be under the law, not above the law. Continue.
Okay, let us shift our attention to Kano State. The dust raised by the controversy of Kano Emirate is still on. This is one Kano, two emirs. But surprisingly, the governor seems to be bound to pressure because before now, we had a repealing of the chieftaincy
Yes.
law
Yes.
where they do away with other emirates and collapse them into one. But now we are seeing a situation where the House of Assembly is coming back to reinstate all other emirates, but bringing them as second-class
God.
emirates.
Yes.
And the emirs at that level will be answerable to the first-class emir, who is Sanusi.
Yes.
How does this come to you?
No. It is very, very good. I congratulate the lawmakers in that place. But you see, it seems that there's an how do I put it? There's an unhidden hand that is against the wish or the will of Kano, because the lawmakers are representing Kano people. Let me give you an example. When the lawmakers in Nigeria said that we are going to have a new national anthem, did they pass it to law? Are we not having that new national anthem now? So the people of Kano said, the lawmakers said, okay, you are repealing the old laws, and in that way, bringing back Emir Sanusi, and he has not been able to ascend to the throne. In terms of now, the other Emir have refused. Seem to have backing of some people that we don't know. I don't want to mention any name here. So the best thing to do now is to now find a way to play around the law. Now they are playing around it. Okay, oh, you can say, oh, but become a class Emir. When I saw it, I said, fantastic.
Okay, it's a good one.
Yes. Now, for you to know that, see, with this law now, I'm able to know maybe Nigeria is still a country governed by law, or Nigeria is descending into a country that is not being governed by law. Because if I see any unseen hand again in this Kano Emirate matter, I will say yes. It seems that some people are above the law. But now, some class Emir, they've returned back the Emir, but degrading them, which is good. Because Kano State is an ancient state, over 1,000 years history. That the Emir of Kano is the, as well is the number one. But then the former administration created 5 new emirates. I said, to me, this is a bad development. But thank God, this one have not come back. I'm a Yoruba person. But at least I can speak about, because I don't want to see old institutions. I don't want to see them die. All institutions should stay. They should not die. When I see, for example, people playing around with our kings, these are representation of our history, of our culture. Mr. Matthew, we've seen, even in Britain, even though that we know that the queen or the king is just an honorary something, but they've been respected. Every new prime minister must go to the king before he become, you understand, after maybe he has been elected, but he must go and meet the king. Those are the law, but they've not changed it. Then why are we that have been colonized by the Britain now start playing with our royal fathers? You understand? So personally, I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very excited. When I saw these things, I said yes. For once, let common sense prevail in Kano State. And like I said, now with this, I'm going to see maybe we are still Nigeria, maybe Nigeria is still a lawful country, or we are descending into anarchy. If the law that has been passed by these lawmakers representing the people of Kano is unable to hold grounds due to some unseen hand or due to some federal, quote unquote, federal might. So I'm very happy with this law, and it is the right way to go.
I think I must say very thank you, Mr. Ariwan. Thank you very much. We hope to have you next time.
Thank you so much, sir.
Let us have Mr. Chinedu Maika, a renowned political affairs analyst, to help us understand what we will be expecting in the near future with this new development of Samuel Ekpa officially renouncing his Nigerian citizenship and returning his athletic gold medal to Nigeria. Mr. Chinedu Maika, I know you have something to say about this.
I think it's a welcome development. He's trying to put himself in the right direction. He's trying to let the world know that this is time for business, leadership by example. Dismantling anything that has to do with Nigeria around him is very, very important to him, to the cause who he believed in. He's fighting for the restoration of Biafra, and he has deepened his strength into it. And the message, is something that people who want to look at it knows that it is no longer business as usual. The present generation of Biafrans are ready to do the needful, and that is what Simonibo has showcased. The news is all over the world. He won a gold medal, as an athlete in Nigeria, and hoping that Nigeria would have been a nation, a country where justice and humanity will be given their due place. But unfortunately, that has not happened. And instead of doing that, a particular region, a particular area is being targeted. A particular people are being targeted. Particular people are being targeted for marginalization, for misrepresentation. So all these things, Nigeria are the people who have decided to push Nigeria to disintegration, and of course, all the separatists in Nigeria cashed on it, and today Nigeria is struggling for survival of for survival in that regard. So I think I support somebody 100% on that. It shows that the business of Biafra is a serious one, and it's a good development.
Okay. Don't you think it may have some implication against Samuel Ekpa in person? Because we understand that Nnamdi Kanu issue is on ground. There is a push for his release. And Samuel Ekpa himself has asked everybody, Igbo politicians, traditional rulers, to stay away from either negotiating for Nnamdi Kanu's release or Biafra itself. Could you see him as a controversial human being?
No, he's not. No, from what the question you asked, I don't see anything a controversy about him. He understands the state of mind of every Biafran. He understands the state of mind of Nigerian too. He understands the state of mind of the international community, and he understands the state of the law that governs, what he's trying to do now. So most of the things we are looking at is not even going to be based on sentiment. What people say or reactions from organizations or people. What we are looking at is that what did the law says about him? What did the law says about what he's trying to do? Does the law actually condemn that anybody that is agitating for freedom must die? There's no law that says that. So what we should be looking at is that the law that powers what he's doing, is it legal or illegal? So as long as the law that powers him is legal, of course, it's good to go. There's no implications. But what we normally have in a situation like this, is a projection of conspiracy theory by elements who feel that, who feel jealous of what is happening or what he is trying to do, or or who want to the oppression and suppression to continue because of their selfish interests at the end of the day.
Mr. Chinedu Michael, let us dive into what is happening in Nigeria. About 13 states are rushing to conduct local government coup as a result of Supreme Court judgment. Because part of the judgment say if you have not conducted an election, you put technical committee in place, the federal government reserve right to withhold revenues of those states, local government in those states. Is this a welcome development?
If you look at what they call the Supreme Court judgment, for me, I think to an extent they're trying to power the grassroots democracy. Let me put it that way. The grassroots democracy, the grassroots politics. And of course that should be the foundation of any democratic government. The grassroots is where government democracy should be played. To the satisfaction and belief and conviction of the people, who are participating in it. So when that judgment came, a lot of people have reservations. A lot of people said this is a welcome development. But if you look at it from different perspective as it stands today, for me, I think legislation is the problem we are going to have at the end of the day, because that process needs to be properly defined so that there will not be a clash between local government and the state at the end of the day. So things should be properly spelled out legally. Go through that proper legislation so that they will be disconnected and everybody will be autonomous on its own. In terms of everything. But they are saying that irrespective of what happened, that the state governors will, at the end of the day, will be the people to select, to pick local government during elections, local government chairman during elections. That's another angle that will actually need a kind of review. So that it has people will have a wider understanding of how elections should be operated in local government. So that the government will not, because of that, state governors will not, because they powered somebody to become local government chairman, then all the funds of that local government should come to his own private pocket at the end of the day. That will also encourage and limit the chances of developing grassroots democracy at the end of the day.
Mr. Chinedu, I think we can let you go. I must say, baby, thank you for your time. We hope to have you next time.
Thank you.
This is Satellite Media. As part of continuing with the conversation, let us critically look at the judgment of Supreme Court that gave local governments in Nigeria. I'm talking about the 774 local governments in Nigeria financial autonomy. We are seeing a situation where some states, about 13 of them, are rushing to conduct local government election. And this is not far-fetched because the judgment have given federal government through the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, through the Office of the through the Ministry of Finance to withhold funds of any local government or any state that refuse to conduct local government election. Of course, the fund that should accrue to those local governments should be withheld until a time where democratically elected local government chairmen are in place in those local governments. Away from that, I think to deepen democracy further, the issue that has to do with who conduct local government election should be addressed. Because currently, it is still under the purview of the state governors. And these have been severally abused. Because we have a situation where if you conduct local government election in a state that is run by PDP, PDP is not likely. PDP will always win all the local government positions, whether at the level of chairmanship, councillorship, PDP will win all the positions. The same thing is applicable when you conduct election in the state run by APC. Even you conduct election in the state that is run by ABGA, the same thing is applicable. So it got to show that power given to state governors at the state level, that gives the governor the liberty, the power to manage state electoral body, have been abused. So to that extent, I think it is of good that we remove that power from the state, and going forward, let National INEC start conducting local government election. And that cannot happen until we amend certain sections of our laws. So By extension, I'm advocating that let us look inward. Those aspects of our constitution that needs to be amended so that National INEC can have the power to conduct local government election should be amended. Now, let us look at the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. We are seeing high cost of food in Nigeria, and somehow this is tied to insecurity. Because personally, I had interaction with someone from Benue who told me that he buy foodstuff from Lagos. When I mean foodstuff, I'm talking about rice, beans, garri from Lagos and sent to Benue State. We all know what Benue State represents. Benue State is the basket food of the nation. So if someone is buying food from Lagos and sending it to Benue, it's going to show that there is issue that has to do with food security. So to that extent, the government needs to fight insecurity in those areas so that we will be able to get back to farm. And the issue is not because people are not ready to farm. The issue is the farming communities have been chased away by Fulani herdsmen. And what we are seeing, the insecurity is even leaving the northern part of the country, coming into the southern part of the country. Because currently in Delta State, in the Kano East local government, and some part of the Kasa local government, we are seeing Fulani herdsmen occupying their forests, occupying their bushes, chasing away farming communities, and this is causing food inflation. So if we must get it right with our food production, we must address insecurity. Let us quickly acknowledge and commend our viewers who followed us online. We encourage you to keep your comment coming. We may not have all the time to start going into all the comments, but subsequently we will devote time to start reading your comments. But I think this is a good place to let it go. This is Satellite Media, and I'm Mr. Matthew. Thank you very much for your time.